Mr. Abu, yesterday there was an interesting contrast. You saw, on the one hand, President Muhammadu Buhari making these comments, of course, that have generated so much reaction. Then, on the other hand, you saw within the same presidency, Vice President Yemi Osinbajo bringing in the Not Too Young to Run group and essentially saying we need our young people to not just be prepared for office, but that they should go for elective offices. It's quite a contrast. What are your thoughts about that?
Clearly, this government is a government that is young people friendly. If you look at the programs the government is running, especially on the social intervention programs, it's youth-friendly programs for all the 4 programs that are involved in it. Now, it is just only on Thursday the president was even in Lagos to have an opening in farm crowding that has to do with young farmers and all. I mean, this government clearly is a government that is youth-friendly and take into cognizance that population of the youth that feels, or of the young people in the country that feels endangered, must be taken care of. And from actions from the vice president and the president, you will know that clearly there is a clear sign that this government knows that the youth is an important segment of the populace. And they are really, really putting out programs that are youth-friendly and programs that youths are actually jumping on that are making life easy for them and making a living from.
Mr. Abu, you're a young Nigerian. Is there any truth to the notion that there is a segment of the population of our youths that are waiting, as it were, in the wings for a share of the national cake as it used to be shared?
Absolutely, a whole lot. You have people who do internet frauds. You have people who leave the country to go look for greener pasture elsewhere through illegal means, and you have a whole lot of people. At the same time, you still have youth that are into entertainment industry and are making a living legitimately. So we have people on the both sides of the divide, whether we like it or not. And world over, you have people. There's no country that does not have youths that are unemployed and youths that are employed. So for me, people making the whole noise about the statement the president made over young people in the country, for me, it doesn't really add up.
No, but can you say it doesn't add up, though, and that they're just making noise when you look at the facts? I mean, in 2015, President Buhari made sweeping campaign promises about millions of jobs being created, even within the public sector, opportunities opening up for them. He made statements about, of course, the social investment program, that there was going to be massive investment, trillions of investment. Of course, we now know that only 17.5% of that which has been budgeted over the last 3 years, or 2 years, is actually being spent on the program. Has he lived up to his end of the bargain as it concerns his obligation to Nigerian youths?
Well, we all know how the administration started. It was faced with a whole lot of challenges. It was shortly after the government in power took over that the country entered economic crisis. So it is only natural for things to turn out the way it is as it stands. The question now should be, have they done anything to impact on the lives of youth? Yes. Is it up to what they have promised? No. But it's still a work in progress. And I am certain that this government is one that a lot of people, especially the young people, will benefit from and have a livelihood that they will be proud to talk about on the street.
Mr. Alake, the president has received quite a bit of criticism concerning his communication strategy in terms of his ability to really meet with the groups that he talks about, whether it be young people, whether it be the disadvantaged or the poor, and really engage with them in an interpersonal manner. Do you think that in some ways these comments, do they reflect a separation or a kind of a non-engagement with some of the groups that he refers to in his comments?
Well, I'm particular about the statement and the location where he made it. because the statement for me would have been made in a better form. It's just like the case of President Muhammadu Buhari now for us is like somebody that has given an opportunity for waiting lips to be able to feast on him. When I made my first comment, I did say that the environment is politically charged, and people are looking for opportunities to say you are no good because they want your seat. They want to be in charge of power, in power. They want to be in government and all of that. So you hold yourself a duty of caution, you know, because you might make a statement and it will be wrongly interpreted and then you'll be punished for it. So I think he's being punished now, both in the media and all over the place, by the opportunity that he has created for people that were waiting to do that. That's what I think. When you are a leader and you know that whatever you say carries a lot of weight, you are very cautious. Even when you say the right thing the wrong way, you'll be taken up. Why? The environment is charged. 2019 is here. But for us in the YYC, we won't allow ourselves to be used to score any cheap political points. No, we won't allow it. Because for me, people have seen a lot on the social media that 2019 is coming, we are waiting for you, that 2019 is, you are not going to decide 2019 on the basis of one statement made in the past. For us, we won't do that. We are going to sit down, make a consultation, brainstorm, and then come to a conclusion that this is the direction we want to go. And then we'll start our mobilization.